You're now in the pocket with Covell Hudson.
Like Chiefs Nation over Chiefs Kingdom. I get a lot of flack for that for some reason. But you are listening to In the Pocket. I am Covell Hudson. I have a comedy friend of mine, Dustin Slintz. Do you want to say hey?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Smooth voice, smooth voice. And we have Caden back there on the ones and twos.
Caden's rule.
Yes. Well, I mean, all right. I'll say your last name next time. Yeah, I'll say your last name. But yes, we're here. Caden was supposed to be a guest on the show, but he stepped up and he's producing. I'm not going to say much about it, but I will give a PSA. If you're grown in this world, you have to control your emotions. The number one thing in this world, you look at everybody's mistakes. You look at history. I'm a historian. I'm a nerd for history. You know, a lot of wars have been started off not controlling emotions. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're a grown man, control your emotions, especially talking to other men. And if there's people that you can't control your emotions around, stay away from those people. That's my TED Talk. And that's all I'm going to say. I want to say more, but we're going to have a good show today. We are in the pocket. And once again, we have Dustin Slintz here, and we have Caden Spruill, since you want me to say your last name or whatever.
Sir, thank you.
But, yeah, you know, the Chiefs made Trey Smith the highest paid guard ever. And, you know, we will discuss that. We'll discuss feelings. I'll say how I feel about it if I have any concerns about it. Sauce Gardner was made the highest paid cornerback in league history by the Jets. And, you know, I believe he's a real good corner. He's one of the top corners. But anything that the Jets do, I kind of question it. So, you know, we're going to dig into that a little bit. And we'll do some It Poops. And if you are new to this program, It Poop stands for in the pocket or out of pocket, you know. And that is where we say a phrase or a statement or a question, and then we decide if it's in the pocket or out of pocket. And, yeah, one of my famous ones was what did I say? What's his name? I forgot his name now. The Joker. He's a rapper now. What's the receiver's name? We cut him last year.
Oh, Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius Toney. One of my worst It Poops ever was I said Kadarius Toney's going to lead the Chiefs in yardage. And, you know, like, how did you feel about Kadarius?
You know, the Chiefs thought that too for a minute. So.
Well, but see, it was overblown, and it's 2025, and I'm still defending Kadarius Toney, but I'm going to do it. You know, he was traded to the Chiefs midseason. And they said he's a project. We're going to plan on him for next year. But with injuries, he had to step in, and he made some big plays, would we all say. And then, you know, the Chiefs won that Super Bowl. He had that big punt return. And then Brett Veach and fans and people in the building were saying he's probably going to be our number one receiver. And I was like, take it easy. He's kind of a wild card. He can't have those kind of expectations. Then he gets hurt in training camp. And then he had a surgery in training camp, and then he rushed to get back. They threw him in their first game, and he dropped a few balls, and Kansas City lost their mind. Did anything else happen other than that?
I mean, that's the long or the short of it, yeah.
That's the long and the short of it. And I wouldn't have gave up on him, but, you know, hey, it happens. But
I mean, they gave him a few chances. Once you go on and start saying the team's lying about your injury and stuff like that, he got his chances.
Well, but, you know, like, Tyreek Hill had some questionable interview things.
Tyreek Hill put up numbers.
Well, that's fair enough. But, yeah, and we'll see what else we'll talk about. We started a little bit late. Had some friction. I want to mention it so bad, but I'm not going to do it. Oh, man, I want to mention it. Okay, Trace.
You talked about controlling your emotions to open the show, and you're having such a hard time controlling your emotions.
That's not the point. That's not the point at all. Because and I felt like that was just too. Okay, anyways, before we get going, Dustin, let's talk about what you're doing, what you're working on. You're a traveling comedian.
Yeah, man. Just trying to get as many dates as I can. My calendar's looking pretty good right now. So, 10 years in the game, just trying to make it happen. You know how it is. It's a struggle out here.
It's a struggle out here in these streets. You know, you never get paid what you want to get paid. You never get booked where you want to get. Well, you know, I get, you know, like. You prefer performing in town or out of town?
I mean, anywhere there's a stage, but out of town, of course.
Yeah,
you know, in town, you know, it can get a little stale at times because, like, you're always like retooling stuff, but like you're like, oh man, those people were at my last show. Like I gotta have new stuff for them.
Yeah.
You go to a new city, no one's heard anything you ever said before, and it's just like
beautiful.
whatever you feel like talking about that night, just do it. Like you don't have to worry about that. Just
And even if it goes bad, I don't know none of you people. It's not enough people here to ruin my career.
yeah.
Yeah. But I prefer being on the road. I get shown love on the road, and I come here and I'm a local guy. So, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where are you performing next?
Oh, I should have had my calendar up, huh?
Well,
Actually,
yeah.
so tomorrow night I'm in, or Friday night I'm in Lawrence at Liberty Hall in the
Okay.
Speakeasy in the basement, which is pretty cool for me because I lived in Lawrence for 8 years. So to get to go back and do like a historic room is pretty fun. And then I'll
Okay.
be out in Gardner on Saturday night with my buddies Pat McCarthy and John Sheezer. We're doing Experiment Brewery. If there's any listeners out in Gardner, we'll be there Saturday night. Check their Instagram and their Facebook. They should have tickets up. And then, next weekend I'll be at the Funny Bone on Saturday night. And then in August, I'm headlining a club in Columbia, Missouri, the Tokyo
Okay.
Room,
All
15th
right.
and 16th. And after that, I'm off to Chicago for some dates. So,
All right. And Dustin Slintz, that's your handle on everything, right?
yeah, SLENTZ. Find me on the gram.
All right. And we'll do this. Yeah. Remind me, we'll do it before the end of the show so you can plug again. And okay. Trey Smith, highest paid guard ever. Like guard. So I remember a few years ago when the Colts were allegedly good, and and they spent all their money on running backs and their guards. And I remember saying that that's a bad decision to do, and it turned out to be a bad decision because then you got Phillip Rivers, then you had Carson Wentz. Who was the other old quarterback? Matt Ryan. They had another retread out there. I don't remember.
Jacoby Brissett was in there for a little bit.
Jacoby Brissett. Like, yeah, you probably want to figure out quarterback before you pay your guard, But the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs let Joe Tooney go. The Chiefs have a project in Suamataia. I always said once you start balling, that's when I'll remember how to say your name, and he ain't balled yet. So, But we have Kingsley as a prospect. We have the left tackle experiment that we've been talking about for 3 years. For the last 3 or 4 years, the biggest thing going into training camp, into the season, has been left guard. So we have, what's his name? Not Marlon. Who did we sign? What's his name from the 49ers? Marlon?
Jalen Moore is
Jalen Moore.
Wow, way off. Couldn't be more off. All right, Jalen Moore. Yeah, signed Jalen Moore. He was a backup, but when he played, he was pretty serviceable. But they also drafted Josh Simmons, the first rounder. I'd like to sit him at least half the year or the year, let him just get better. Because, remember what they did with Kingsley? They started him day 1 and then benched him by day 3. So, yeah, I like it. But I know there's going to be some other bills coming due, which is Trent McDuffie. And Sauce Gardner just signed that big deal. So that deal just went up a little bit more. Karl Loftus is going to want to eat a little bit. Who else we got that's going to be needing some new deals? Pacheco. I know he's most likely gone because the Chiefs don't play running backs. And you hate Pacheco, don't you?
I don't hate him.
The Paul said yes, but go ahead.
I think he didn't come back, obviously, like he was before the injury. But
yeah, broken leg will do that to you.
It's a lot to ask on a spinal fracture, but
yeah, I think he came back quicker than he should have. That's for sure. But
ask Baker Mayfield if that works for you.
What'd you say?
Ask Baker Mayfield if that works for you. He was hurt,
exactly.
came back before he should have.
With the full offseason of recovery and training, I think he'll be better this year. And it's his contract year, so he's looking to make some.
It is his contract year. 2,000 yards, Isaiah Pacheco.
And Rasheed will be coming up soon, so
Rasheed will be coming up soon. Yes. And then if Hollywood has a good year, we're not going to be able to sign him. So it's a lot of money to put into a guard. But here's the other caveat. The other caveat is over the last 2 seasons, the cap has gone up $52 million, which is kind of crazy. All that Amazon money, all the ESPN money and stuff like that. So it's going up. But eventually that Patrick Mahomes deal is going to have to be looked into. And then all the money that they've borrowed from it that nobody really understands until the Chiefs are 2-14. And all we have is Patrick Mahomes out there. But, yeah, all in all, Trey Smith, highest paid guard ever. Who else were you going to get out there? Joe Tooney only had probably a few good more years left. I give it a B minus plus. I don't know how to set. Yeah, B minus plus because like he's
So
good.
just a B?
So probably just a B. They do cancel each other out, huh? So I give it a B, but I feel like I need to add something else to it. So I give it a B. Not disrespecting him as a player, but it's a guard. It's like having the highest paid fullback, I think, in my opinion. What do you think, Dustin?
I mean, I like it. You got Pat back there, dude. Whatever it takes, you got to protect him better. So I'm happy with it. And also, I always root for guys like that, 6th round picks. So maybe I'm looking at it like more from the player's perspective and how happy I am for Trey Smith and how much I think it rules. But yeah, man. I mean, like you said, the cap's going up. These position price tags are going up. So I'm fine with paying him.
You're fine with paying him,
Yeah.
even if like it makes the Trent McDuffie signing weird.
See, I don't think they would have signed Trey Smith to this kind of money if they thought it was affecting their ability to get McDuffie locked up.
All right, fair enough. What you think, Hayden?
I definitely like the move. I don't know that I like him being the highest paid guard, but you have to reset the market eventually, and obviously Trey's been a great player. I think my biggest question for me is how is he gonna improve over the next few years? He's only 26 years old, so
Yeah.
He can get better, and you see like a guy Lane Johnson, who granted he's a tackle for the Eagles, but he said recently he feels like he's playing his best football of his career, and he's considered to be on the back half of his career. So there's room for improvement, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you said your thoughts earlier on it was, is this level of play gonna? So like he was the fourth, and over the last 3 years, he was the fourth best holding his block percentage. They have all these nerd stats and stuff.
Yeah, he's like top 10 every year on Pro Football Focus, right? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
consistently up there. So
So he needs to go from 4 to 1, in your opinion?
Me personally, I think where he can improve the most is like the holding penalties. I feel like he gets a lot of holding penalties. Not a lot of them, but he gets them in bad moments. I feel that it'll be on like first down and it'll set us back to 1st and 20. So now that may kill the drive. I just feel like he gets holding penalties at the wrong times. I feel like he can improve in that.
Yeah, no, he's a physical fella, and he gets in there and he makes it mucky.
That's the thing. It's not because of bad technique. It's usually just from him being over aggressive.
Yeah, what you need, because that left tackle's been a turnstile, so you gotta have some toughness somewhere. So, y'all think we're gonna miss Joe Tooney?
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
It's one of the best to ever do it in the last 20 years. So, of course, you're gonna miss him, but you gotta. That's the game, man. You gotta let people go at certain points in their contract, and at least they were able to get a draft pick out of him instead of just making it a cap casualty.
Yeah.
So
So this is something that most people can't do and usually don't do. Who are you guys' best guards ever?
Will Shields, Brian Waters.
That's who I got. I got Will Shields and Brian Waters. John Tate, he was a tackle.
Tackle, right?
Let's look up best guards. Like, I feel disrespectful because, guards are important, but they're not, Do you have a favorite guard? Did you grow up seeing a guard and, I want to be that guy?
No. Not any guards, no.
It's like growing up wanting to be the Chiefs mascot for 38 years.
Ooh, cold.
That was
Cold. Man just left.
Yeah, I just throwing
really
shots.
rough?
He served the kingdom for
He was a
38.
tackle. He did serve the kingdom, but we had a nice little 30-minute conversation talking about the requirements and who would do that job for 38 years. But we're not going to retouch
A
it.
man of passion.
A man of passion, for sure. All right, we're going to look at the best guards and see if that's interesting at all. Oh, no, I don't know none of these guys. Oh, okay. Well, Quinn Miners from the Broncos. I don't want to do this anymore. All right, the difference between a tackle and a guard. They play right next to each other, but the evolution of the defensive end, you know what I mean? Who was the first one that made, what was his name? White. Reggie White. Ever since Reggie White came into the league, that changed the value of the outside tackles because they moved them back and forth. And, before, the strength and the sacks came in from the D tackle. You know what I mean? And then after that, I don't know. I had a point, but I don't know what my point is here.
what's the biggest difference between?
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I
but
think the biggest difference is usually, or at this, in this point of, NFL history, I think it's the tackles are more agile and more athletic just than the guards are. They're better on their feet, and because you're facing guys like T.J. Watt and guys like that are quick off the edge.
Yeah, they gotta have length too.
what kind of length?
Gotta have arm length, dude. That's
Come on,
Okay.
man.
yeah,
I was just
all
trying-
about the arm length.
No Diddy. I was just
No
trying to
Diddy.
make sure. All right. So yeah, highest paid guard ever. That's cool. We're gonna go ahead and go to break, and then when we'll be back, when we come back, we will talk about Sauce Gardner, and we're gonna talk about corners. Like some people like island corners. You know what I mean? Deion Sanders, Charles Woodson. But then some people like the zone corners, like Legion of Boom, Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we will discuss who our top corners are. That's going to be a little bit easier than talking about our favorite guards, but more when we talk. I can't talk today. We'll be back. Get me out of here, Caden. Back in the pocket, Sports Radio 810 WHB. And we are going to discuss the Sauce Gardner deal from the Jets, but it's the Jets, so we don't have to talk about it that quick. Have y'all seen any recent movies? Any movies you guys seen recently? Things came out?
I watched a movie called 20 Years Later or 28 Years Later. Apparently, there was a movie
28 days later.
And
Yeah.
this is like the sequel for it.
You haven't seen the first one?
I never saw.
How do you do that?
How do you say?
How do you see the sequel and not see the?
The lady I was with said that I was crazy for not watching the first one as well.
I think it's crazy. Like,
When did it come out?
say it again.
It's actually the third one.
It's the third one.
Yeah, because there's 28 Days Later, which was sick, one of the best zombie movies, and then 28 Weeks Later came out like a decade after that, and so now you got 28 years later.
So you came in 3.
I didn't see either one of those.
Did it like were you confused or did they have something like you're communicadoed? Because I saw John Wick 4. That was my first John Wick, and then they said communicado, and the whole theater sighed. They're like, "Oh man!" I'm like, "What that mean? What does that mean?" So were you like that at all?
No, I wasn't like confused or anything. The storyline was pretty simple. They didn't like give hints from previous movies or anything like that, so it was pretty clear.
New producer, new director, or something. Have you seen any movies lately?
Man, I have not.
You're
watched
not a movie
in
guy?
a minute. I used to be. I mean, I don't watch anything new anymore. No, like
Or you just watch old stuff?
yeah. I mean, I never seek out. I do want to watch. Like I do want to go rewatch Sinners now that that's out. But yeah, I don't know. I just never seeking them out anymore. Like I just watched Tropic Thunder the other day.
Tropic Thunder. That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Like, oh, I'll watch that again.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah, do you have a favorite movie?
It might be Tropic Thunder. That's
Tropic Thunder?
yeah.
Was it the black jokes? What makes you like Tropic Thunder?
I mean, that's half of it.
That's half of it. I mean, I guess yeah, you know, that's why I like it. I mean, what's your favorite movie, Caden?
Straight Outta Compton is one of my favorites.
Straight Outta Compton? I hate biopics because it's like, you know, so
It was just,
quick.
like the time when it came out in theater, it was like so big. So
It was big. No Diddy. Have you seen the Biggie documentary?
I have not.
Jesus, what do you do? You just tell jokes? Like, is that all you do?
Man, I'm out there almost every night, dude. And
All
play
right.
video games. and
Fair
then-
enough. That felt like an attack. That felt like an attack. You hear that, Caden? Yeah, I'm out there every night. You know, all right. I'll get out there more. All right, I will. What was the question?
What movies have we seen recently?
No, favorite
Oh.
movie. Okay, and you said your favorite movie.
Straight Outta Compton.
It's like doing crowd work. I can't
I
do
can't
nothing with neither one of y'all
definitive-
answers. Can't.
I can't. No, actually, you know what? My favorite movie is Step Brothers. I'll say that's for sure my favorite.
All right. No, that's fair. Catalina wine mixer. No, yeah. Worst movie. You got a worst movie?
A movie that I just didn't get that people seem to love is Blades of Glory. I could never. that
I
one just
couldn't
never
get into it either.
I couldn't get into it.
And this is controversial. I hate Fight Club.
Oh, really?
Are you a Fight Club guy?
I mean, I like it. I'm not gonna sit here and get mad that you hate it, but
Well, there's a lot of
there's a lot of people that get pretty
non-blacks.
upset if you
non-blacks
say.
that get mad when I say it, because it's like a couple twerps or whatever, and they like start fighting, and then they're like they're not tough to anybody but themselves in private, and then it makes them feel better or something. I don't get it. It's like an underlying meaning or something, but I didn't get it. And I don't like Edward Norton either. He's got a weird face. Like, don't you ever see somebody and be like, I don't like that dude. He's cool, but I don't like his face. That's kind of how I feel about Edward Norton. All right, let's talk about Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is the highest paid corner in history. You know, almost like the NBA. You see all these contracts blowing up or whatever. Do y'all think he is deserved of being the highest paid corner ever? Or you think it's just a bad franchise making a bad play?
I mean, they got to pay him, right? And like Caden said, you got to reset the market. It's almost like every contract resets the market now. So, I mean, if he's a Chief, I'd want that deal. You know, I'd want to go make him the highest paid ever. I mean, has he earned it on the field? Is the highest paid corner of all time?
So you just
Probably.
like paying guys?
Probably not. Well, I like players getting paid. You know.
So we should have paid L'Jarius Sneed?
No, I think that was the right move.
Okay. So should we have paid Tyreek Hill?
No, we've won 2 Super Bowls without him.
Yeah.
The haul we got for him, yeah.
We got Trent McDuffie from it, didn't we?
That's one of the picks, or maybe it was Karlaftis, but yeah, one of those picks is direct result of the Tyreek trade.
So yeah, what makes a great corner, in your opinion?
Mentality, obviously. I mean, just like anything else, you gotta have physical traits, but short memory, that ferocious mentality, and obviously talking smack, getting in people's heads. But yeah,
Yeah.
the short memory and the tenacity are the two big things for me.
First thing you said was mentality.
Yeah,
If we're like drafting a player and the first thing they say is mentality, then you get Sky Moore. That's
Yeah.
how you end up with the Sky Moore situation. Do you think he should be the highest paid?
Sauce.
Yeah.
Based on this past season, I don't think he should be the highest paid. I think there was plenty corners out there that had better years, but he was obviously defensive rookie of the year his first year, and you look at the Jets. Who else are they going to pay? They did pay Garrett Wilson actually this morning. They just extended. They gave him a 4-year extension.
Oh, really?
So
He's alright.
You said he's all right,
He's alright. He's Pickens without the attitude.
but like I said, who else are you going to pay? They have Quinnen Williams on the defensive side.
They could have paid Aaron Rodgers. They could have paid not Demarius. Who's the receiver?
Garrett Wilson?
Devontae Adams.
No, the receiver that they just left. Aaron Rodgers brought him.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. Yeah. All right. So like, yeah, favorite cover. Y'all like cover guys or y'all like island guys? Do cover guys get to be in the top conversations? Like, yeah, once again, Richard Sherman.
I think you got to be a cover guy to really be in that top conversation, honestly.
Richard Sherman would cuss at you right now if he heard you say that.
It's all about scheme, man. And honestly, the Chiefs play a more man-heavy scheme, press scheme. So, that's what I like to see those guys get up and bump them like Trent did Jamar Chase this year.
And yeah, he had a little meltdown, didn't he? I enjoyed that. And that's what I've seen Trey Smith do that too. So I'm cool with what they're doing. I wish I see that Shane Gillis is saying some funny stuff. He's hosting the ESPYs.
Oh yeah, that is tonight.
Hey, Caden, you able to pull up Shane Gillis part of his monologue? I'll do it during break. I'll check it out because it's trending on X right now. So I'd like to.
Who's Shane Gillis?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna drink me a water here.
I always liked a corner that'll hit.
You say what?
A corner that's not afraid to hit.
A corner that's not afraid. Okay, we're back to corner. Yes. Well, yeah, not afraid to hit. McDuffie, yeah. Hold on.
Trent stick his nose in there, and he can play anywhere.
Yeah, I like him in slot. He could play on the outside. Like the Chiefs signed, what's his name?
Christian Fulton.
Christian Fulton, because like when they signed him, they didn't get a great outside corner, but we got the best nickel corner now. So I'm hoping they keep Trent inside because that's like he don't have the height. I'm not saying that he's limited or whatever. But so yeah, Chiefs going to training camp. Is there anything specific y'all are looking for or looking at besides
I'm looking at the running back battle first and foremost.
battle?
It's definitely a battle. Brashard Smith, 7th-round running back at SMU, is making noise.
So you think he's gonna Pacheco?
There's always a chance.
Pacheco.
Like you said, coming in and take a grown man's job, like Pacheco said.
Yeah, but we got Crocodile Dundee.
He won't be on the roster.
He's gonna be a hard time making the roster. They signed
Yeah, I
Elijah
know.
Mitchell. They didn't sign him to not have some competition.
Yeah, but Elijah Mitchell gets hurt.
He gets hurt a
All
lot,
the
but when
time.
he's healthy, he's 5-yard carry back.
It's a small sample size.
He's had big chunks.
We still
He's had
got
good
Kareem,
season.
too.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, we do still have Kareem.
Yes, there's
What is it?
there's
3
a lot of
yards
mouths
in
to
a
feed.
cloud of dust. That's what Kareem was this last year.
The position is up in the air, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a competition. They might try and tell you that Pacheco's a guy, but they got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, they do. And as far as tight ends, do y'all think Kelsey? I'm thinking I think he should end up with about 500-600 yards this year and be fresh and ready for the playoffs. But people are saying they're thinking he's gonna have a 1,200-yard season or one of his best seasons. I think if he does that, he's going to look like he did in the Super Bowl like he did this year, which was just exhausted. He was traveling. He was on tour with Tay-Tay. But other than that, yeah, you think, what's our backup? Our backup tight end. Noah Gray. Like, I'm hoping we use him more, and our rookie that got hurt last year.
TCU kid.
TCU guy, what's his name? He's built
Jared
like
Wiley.
Jared Wiley. So, like, yeah, like, and we got Rasheed Rice, Hollywood. We have another receiver.
Xavier Worthy.
Like.
Jalen Royals, 4th-round pick.
I forgot about Jalen Royals. So yeah, I think the Chiefs have enough weapons to not have to depend on Travis Kelce as much as they did. I think he should be a decoy and off the field for the most part. But, a lot of high competitors, they don't want to come off the field. So
it's just dependent upon Rasheed's suspension as well. We don't know what his suspension is going to look like if he does have one. So,
well, it's been like 2 years now. Oh, yeah, I meant to bring this up.
It was last offseason, but the NFL always waits for the legal process to play out. They never. It's always the next year when the suspension comes. So I think it's coming.
Decision, not give a guy a suspension and then he gets charged, or vice versa.
Yeah, unless you're Justin Tucker, then they're like, nah, bro, this is too sketchy, man. It's too rough out here. I lost it. Oh man, I lost it. I lost what I was about to say. Yep, it's not there. What were we just talking about?
Talking about Travis and then wide receivers.
Oh, it's gone.
Completely gone, just in thin air, huh?
In thin air.
I think Travis will have around like 70 catches, 70, 75 catches.
I think that's too much.
800 yards.
See, I think that's too much. Like,
I mean, we were decimated at receiver last year. So
last year he had 96 catches still. So
yeah, no, and I'd like him to have 55 or 60 and go into the playoffs hungry.
And with, Worthy having a year under his belt now, that could be true. That he could just go ahead and take that, number one role. But with Rasheed coming back too, it'll be interesting to see who's the number one guy for Pat.
Yeah, and and competitors, they don't like getting taken off the field. And, like even in the locker room, if you're not the lead dude, people don't show you the same respect. You're going to start calling them OG and stuff.
And I think Travis felt that a little bit this year and in the offseason too.
Well, the last 2 years, remember when he was fighting people in camp? I was like, he getting too old for this. He don't want to keep getting hit.
I love that, dude. I love that fire.
Yeah. But that Super Bowl, it wasn't a lot of fire at all.
Yeah, he did look demoralized by halftime. There's a couple plays that you were watching. But,
it comes with the territory.
He's got enough of a track record that I trust him. I think there's a chance this year that he has more yards on much fewer catches. I mean, last year, the way our receivers got hurt, everyone was just bracketing on track. He might actually have a chance to operate in space again this year.
Yeah, I just wanted to wait till the playoffs. And you
want him to be ready and hungry in the playoffs, man. You can't have him wait till the playoffs. Like,
not wait till the playoffs.
That's what makes him hungry. Is he wants to be out there every play. That's what's great about him.
I mean, yeah, but all right, let's go NBA. And if you have who's an old suit? LeBron, if he was in a situation where he could get, like he didn't have to play 40 minutes a game, you know what I mean? I think you can get more out of him. He's a freak of nature, of course. But if I was coaching the Lakers, yeah, he'd be like a sixth man or something. It'd be weird having LeBron come off the bench as a sixth man, but
yeah, you get fired in 2 weeks.
If it doesn't work. That's only if it doesn't work. It's LA, you get fired. But I'd have to tell LeBron, like, hey, LeBron, I need you to say you want to come off the bench. And I'll give you a car. I don't know. Like, there's something illegal I can do to make that happen.
Yeah, I just think all the greats, man, they don't that mentality just isn't there to want to sit.
Well, yeah, I know. It kicked Allen Iverson out the league. He was like, yeah, I'm a starter. I'm nothing but a starter. But that's what I was going to say. I meant to have you get applause ready because no Chiefs got arrested this offseason. Not one.
That's a good year.
It's been a quiet offseason. There's been a few guys around the league getting in trouble. Like last year, they said we took care of it for 2 years, so we're going to take a year off. But we're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we will do some It Poops. And, yep, that's it. Get me out of here. We are back in the pocket. Sports Radio 810 WHB. I am Covell Hudson. We have Dustin Slintz, and we have Caden Spruill in the building. And a fun segment. It's usually a fun segment. I enjoy doing it. It is the It Poop segment. And if you are new to this program, it is nothing gross. It has nothing to do with poop. It is in the pocket or out of pocket. I just like acronyms. So, yeah. You said you got you a list here?
You told me to bring a list. I brought a list.
All right. So what we'll do is we will, what's it called? Popcorn? We'll start with you, then we'll go to Caden, and then I'll do it, and then we'll just hit the circle.
Okay.
Sort of like hitting the Quan. I'm going to wait for this music to come up. But what's the most interesting thing in sports to you right now?
Like just the most general interesting storyline in sports right now?
Yes.
Johnny Furphy in the summer league dunking on people, dude.
He is dunking on people.
I'm just a big KU guy, so that's been fun to watch.
Oh, you are a KU guy.
But yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a good answer. It's that time of year.
Nothing's
NBA
happening.
and NHL just ended. You know, we're in between all the off-season stuff and training camp. Just
And the
All-Star
Royals
game
aren't
happened. Yeah. Well, they're all right.
Are you a Royals guy, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about the Royals right now?
I mean, I love the team, obviously. I don't think, dude, they had one of the biggest turnarounds in sports history, in baseball history last year, and there's always a correction back to the mean. So,
well, they did a lot to try to get that stadium cracking. Like last year, I said the MVP was the stadium vote because, it was hot air, and I think everybody sees that now.
Yeah, there's definitely not a whole lot of transparency in that process.
All right, word. All right, that was a filibuster we just did there. Let's hear your first It Poop.
All right, Pat gets back to 5,000 yards.
Pat gets back to 5,000 yards. All right, we got an old Travis Kelce. We got a hungry, could be suspended Rashee Rice. We have a rookie Jalen Royals. Royal or Royals?
Royals.
5,000 yards. His average is
He's
about
done it
46.
twice.
Yeah.
He had 3,900 last year.
Well, see, and the thing is, the reason why it's hard to make that decision is.
You want me to bring easy ones?
No, I like it. No. You can do easy and hard. No diddy. But I'm just saying. So like, Patrick Mahomes does what he needs to do to win. So if that's 199 yards and 3 touchdowns, or 199 yards, a pick, no touchdowns, 2 running touchdowns, See, I want to say yes. I'll say yes. Patrick Mahomes, we get back to the high-flying offense. In the pocket. What you think?
I'm going to have to go out of the pocket.
Out of pocket, why is that?
I think the running game will be more effective this year.
You hate Pacheco, so why do you think?
No, like I said, Brashard Smith is a problem. I think he's gonna show Chiefs Kingdom why they took a chance on him, and I just think it'll be a better run game all around this year.
All right, fair enough. You got one?
Yes, I do have one. Although I don't think he reaches 5,000 yards in the pocket or out of the pocket, Pat Mahomes is the MVP this year.
MVP this year. It's a lot of MVP bias. He lost in the Super Bowl, so that's stacked against him. He light-skinned, so that's stacked against him. They don't want to give him the MVP. Chiefs were 15-1 this year, and he didn't get the MVP. I say no, because they still got to get Burrow one. They still got to get Lamar got a few in the pocket or out of pocket. I say in the pocket. What you think?
You said all that like it was going to be no, and then you said in the pocket last second.
Well, you know what? I got to keep you on your toes, man.
I was ready to counter you and say in the pocket. Dude, he's got a new haircut. He's getting called fat by shock jocks, dude. He's got a healthy receiving core. Pat's about to be a Pat we've never seen, I think.
He was a Pat we've never seen last year, too.
Yeah, but not in like an incredible way. In a game manager, my receiving core is depleted way.
Well, my receivers are depleted. I don't have a left tackle. My running back is out for half the season.
Yeah, so, everything that could go wrong did go wrong last year, and he still made the Super Bowl.
So, no, yeah, I think it was his best season last year. Adversity.
You could say, I would say he overcame the most last year, yeah.
All right, so you don't like his best season ever?
Are we just supposed to sit here and agree? What do you want?
Well, yeah, that's what that's in the pocket with Covell Hudson. What do you mean? Like, all right. Rashee Rice will play this whole season and not be suspended. In the pocket or out of pocket?
Out of pocket.
I'm going out of the pocket as well.
They haven't even went to court yet. They haven't even done anything, and they're not going to get it done in 18 weeks.
Yeah, but the NFL, I think they have enough information by now.
Well, yeah, he's had enough time to pay money, get whatever things he could have had in that car out. So, like, I think it's a possible. I think it's a 60% chance he doesn't get suspended this year.
The NFL has the best investigative team in the world, dude.
I wouldn't say the best, but they got a lot of resources. I'll give you that.
Have a ton of resources.
So you say y'all say out of pocket? All
Yeah,
right.
I'll say out of pocket because, I mean, you look at, like, Willie Gay, for instance, a couple years ago, we didn't think, he would be hit with anything. There was a chance, but then
He
they
threw a
hit him with
vacuum,
this
didn't
in the middle of the season.
Yeah, he threw a vacuum, right?
What was that?
He assaulted a vacuum, right?
I'm
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I think it was like a domestic.
No, yeah,
violence.
he threw a vacuum against the wall. So, like, if you do that, that's 2 games off
Yeah,
top.
and it's with that in the middle of the season. So, I don't think the NFL is gonna take it lightly on Rashee either. They'll hit it with they'll hit him with it whenever in the season. That doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Especially with his, like, who was it? Shadur Sanders just got caught speeding. Like, they're going to send a message to all these guys, these young guys that like speed and driving 100. Like, NFL's not afraid to make an example out of people. And
That's true,
I think Rashee's going to – I think you're going to see 4 games.
4 games, 4 to 6, yeah. And Shadur, if anybody should be driving the speed limit and just doing what you're supposed to be doing, it should be Shadur. Like, good Lord. Did you think he was going in the first?
I thought he would slip to the second. I did not think the 5th.
Well, you had Deion Sanders. You had him and family talking like he's the next, Patrick Mahomes or something. He's not even the next.
I mean, the second they said that there are certain teams he might not play for, I at that point was like, yeah, he's out of the first round. Like, you can't.
Yeah, and he's like an airhead.
There's no collusion, quote unquote, in the NFL. But if the league decides they don't like a guy, they'll make him pay.
They'll make him pay for sure. And there's nothing really you can do about it.
Especially with Deion, like, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a message to send. I didn't think they'd send it for 4.5 or 5.5 rounds, but
yeah, no, that was rough. That's the worst slide ever. All right, so I did mine. You got another one there?
Yeah, he kind of already covered it. I said running game will be improved, so here we are. I'll just go with Chris Jones gets back to double-digit sacks.
Back to double-digit sacks. 2 years ago, they were second in the league in sacks, and then this year we were like second to last. So that's weird. What do we attribute that to? I guess our corners didn't play as good as they played the year before. We didn't have Snead. Josh, what's his name? Josh Williams? He's been a disappointment since he got here, but he came from D3, so we should have had our expectations there. What was the question again?
We do still have Jalen Watson.
Yeah, we still got Jalen Watson.
And Jalen Watson can be great, or he can be like awful. He has nothing in the middle. So like, but the corners should be better this year. In the pocket. What you think?
I didn't get the question. What was it?
Oh, sorry. Chris Jones back to double-digit sacks this year.
Better
I'll go
corners,
in the
better
pocket.
safety.
I'll
Yeah.
go in the pocket. I think he's going to be very motivated. After last year, I think I'll go in the pocket for sure.
All right, bet. You got one?
It kind of just sparked our conversation here. Shadur Sanders will start a game for the Browns this season, in the pocket or out of the pocket.
All right, so the Browns are bad. We got to start with that. And Joe Flacco's not going to sell tickets. Who's that rookie that they drafted? I forgot his name. Gabriel. He's kind of like Daniel Jones in college. Nobody thought he was going to be great. He wasn't expecting to get drafted when he got drafted. Shadur Sanders, he got caught speeding. Out of pocket. I don't think they didn't even like him. You saw the GM and the whatever he was when they drafted him. They were like, yeah. It was pretty stale. So I say out of pocket. What do you think?
I say in the pocket. The second they struggle, they just start going through the Rolodex. You got 4 guys. I think once Flacco and Pickett show any sign of struggling, they're just going to Run the rookie. You got to see what you got.
I forgot
You're done
about,
with Watson. You got to see what you got.
forgot about Kenny Little Hands Pickens. Like Pickett, whatever his name is. They're not going to go in. They can't go in the season with 4 QBs.
I think they carry all 4 of them.
Tough schedule to start the season as well. So you got to think if they start off the season 0-5, 0-6, they're gonna start going to those.
I hope they can find a quarterback to massage that situation. Like that. I thought it was pretty good. No? All right. Hold up. Or did you go? Who's going?
Start you.
Oh, it's me? Okay. All right. All right. Trey Smith ends up with more All-Pros than Will Shields.
Out of pocket.
I'm out of pocket as well.
Well, you don't think Trey Smith has the longevity in him?
I just, I don't know, man. Will Shields was like so known around the league. His reputation.
No, yeah. And how old are you?
38.
38. All right, I'm 34. So yeah, you was present when he was in his heyday.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? You said no. You said out of pocket too?
Yeah, I'm out of pocket. Does he have one yet?
No.
Yeah, I don't. I'm out of the pocket on it.
All right. Is it raining?
Yeah. We're supposed to get pretty intense thunderstorms. Sounds like it's starting.
All right. Yeah. All right. You got another input, sir?
Sky Moore will not make this team.
Oh well, they like him though. Hold on.
That's why it's difficult.
So Sky Moore is like a guy. They're like, hey, what does he do? He's a great guy. So let's look at the wide receiver depth chart.
I mean, you gotta think they're carrying 6, 7 max. So
Didn't they get rid of Josh? Yeah, he asked for a release.
you got X, you got Rasheed, you got Royals.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy.
You got Juju, so you got 5 on the
That's
team already
5.
right there.
That's 5 already,
Justin Watson, I thought he signed somewhere else, didn't he?
Justin
yeah,
Ross.
with the Texans.
No, so what am I looking at here? This isn't the
We still got
official.
Justin Ross, right?
No, he got released. He asked for the release. Unless it's some trick
Like
account.
just recently?
Yeah, it seemed like it happened today.
Oh, if it happened today, I don't know.
Even if we do have him, I'd imagine him being a practice squad guy. I mean,
Justin Ross?
If he was gonna be a roster guy, he'd be one by now.
Well, he could still figure something out.
Well, we've already had him for 3 years, right? And
Yeah.
last year was his 3rd or 4th year in the system, and all of our receivers got hurt, and he still couldn't find the field.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true.
He's had every opportunity.
If last year he couldn't get up there,
I guess that's true. So yeah, Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Jalen Royal, Hollywood Brown.
those five are locked in, I think.
Those 5 are locked in. And then we have Tyquan Thornton, Nico Remigio. Oh man, Nico Remigio is probably more valuable than Sky Moore. Elijah Badger, I don't know who that is. Mac Delana, Jason Brownlee. He could make this team. The Chiefs have been keeping
so we're
7.
looking at like Sky,
I think they keep
Nico,
6.
and I think probably Badger. He was I watched him in college at Florida. He was nice. So I'd say probably those 3 are fighting for the last 6 spot.
Yeah. Sky Moore, though, it's like, what does he do good? Can you think of anything that he does good? He runs good routes. He just doesn't get open, but it looks good, like on air. Is that a compliment?
I don't know if you can run good routes and not get open.
I guess that's
Another thing you
fair.
gotta consider is his guaranteed money from his contract.
You said what?
Was it late first round or second round pick?
Yeah, he was
Second round pick,
second
so you got
round.
the money's already set.
Yeah, I guess you lose money by getting rid of him.
Well,
How
they
many
just, they just
catches?
made some cap space. They got 20 in cap space now, so I don't think they're too worried about that.
Yeah. How many catches did he have last year? He had 0 catches, 3 targets. Man, he got the same amount of catches as me.
He
That's
was hurt.
wild.
Hurt a lot of the year.
I think they were just saying, hey, you're going to say you're hurt. They did the Kadarius Toney on him, I think. Yes. Whose it poop is it? Oh, you go ahead and go.
I just did that one. That was Sky. Did you guys even answer?
What was the question?
Sky Moore will not make the roster. In the pocket or out of the pocket?
See, but that's a tough
Well,
I'm
that's
going
what we're
out of
here
the
for.
pocket.
Out of pocket? All right.
out of pocket. See, but I can't say it with any logic.
I think since Nico is I think he'll be our return specialist this year. He looked really good at the
Nico?
end of last year. So I think if you consider if they can have him as a number 6 guy and him be the return guy.
If he's not if he's not return guy, and he's not receiver guy,
I think Sky Moore's best chance to make the roster is
Gunner?
7th round running back you like winning the punt return job. If they don't need Remigio's punt return or as a backup punt returner, that opens the door for Sky Moore. But if Remigio wins the punt return job, he's on the roster, and that's 6. So see you later, Sky Moore.
So you don't think they'll keep 7 for Sky?
No.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of tight ends. Oh man, Sky Moore's probably out of here, in the pocket. Cause you said he'd be gone, right?
Yeah, will not make the team.
Will not make the team. I'll say in the pocket. He'll have to do. He's had good training camps, so yeah, in the pocket. I think he's gonna be gone. He's gonna be rapping with Kadarius Toney. All right, Oh, you going? All right, what you got?
The Chiefs will be a top 5 offense again this season. The past 2 seasons they've been 15th, middle of the pack.
Top 5 offense. See, that's like the only thing unproven is left tackle, left guard. That's the only unproven, the backup tight ends, but they just paid Noah Gray. But that's the thing, though. I don't think the Chiefs need to, the 2 years the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, the first year they had the great offense. That second year got things done without having a great offense. Even last year got things done without having a great offense. So, like, I'd hate for them to. So, them benching Kingsley Suamataia, I think that was because they were trying to play the way that they were trying to play, to be a top 5 offense. I do believe, and I said this before, with the Chiefs switching to that offense where Kareem Hunt was running, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, I think Kingsley would have been good in that. So I think trying to have the top 5 offense and get back to the highlights and, the big plays, I think that hurts them a little bit. So with all that said, in the pocket. In the pocket. Were you ready to counter?
Yeah. I was ready to counter within the pocket. So I'm going to do the opposite of you. I'm going to say a bunch of reasons why they will be top 5 and then go out of pocket.
All right, bet.
Healthy receiver room. You got a hungry Trav and a hungry Pat after losing a Super Bowl.
How hungry can you be with 3 Super Bowls?
Hungry. You want to be great.
Hungry.
You want to be great. You got to think about from Pat's point of view. Tom's got 7, Pat's got 3. Tom has stopped Pat in an AFC Championship game and stopped Pat in a Super Bowl. So to me, Pat doesn't even enter the GOAT conversation until he gets a 7th ring. You don't even talk about it. I don't want to hear people with 5 rings saying that Pat's close to the GOAT. And that's me being a Kansas City guy. You can't even. Nah, he got stopped twice in the playoffs. You got to beat the great to take the mantle. All that being said, out of pocket.
Well, hey, I still think you can say Patrick is the GOAT. Eye test, trophies, accolades, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I don't think it's just because I think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan has 6. So, like, yeah.
That's a much more fair debate than Pat versus Brady right now.
Yeah, it is.
Brady's got more than double his rings.
It's not the point. I know. But are you LeBron or Michael Jordan best NBA?
Jordan.
It's crazy. Caden, you're LeBron because you're young. Oh, my God. What?
LeBron.
This is ridiculous.
I'm a Kobe Bean Bryant guy.
He's top 7. He's not top, like Kobe gets credit because he was more of a regular dude and he turned himself into a superstar. That don't usually happen. So he gets credit for that. Rest in peace. What were we talking about?
Kobe never passed the ball at the end of the game. That man wanted the shot every time.
Ask Ron Artest. He'll argue with that.
Well, Kobe, and people forget, Kobe wasn't liked until the last 3 years, last 4 years. He made a change. He changed his whole brand. But, yeah, he wasn't the most liked. So, yeah, let me not talk. I won't talk about Kobe. That's your guy. I won't do it. What was the poop? What were we talking about? You said it. No, you said yours.
It was the top 5 offense.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You said a bunch of reasons why not, and then went in the pocket, and then I did the opposite.
All right, yeah, you did. What'd you think?
I think they will be a top 5 offense this year.
You think they're going to be top 5? It's just so, yeah. I
actually think they will be, too. I just had to go against you.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles will fall off a cliff this year and not make the playoffs.
Out of pocket.
Why do you think out of pocket?
I just that roster is too talented to not make the playoffs, in my opinion. You'd have a catastrophic line of injuries.
They, like the Bucks, when they won a Super Bowl, they paid everybody, and they fell off pretty quick because you can't just pay everybody. Like, that bill's going to come due. Saquon's not going to be Saquon of last year again.
I mean, if he's 75% of Saquon, that's still 1,500 yards.
Fair enough. But Jalen Hurts, I hate that we have to respect Jalen Hurts now. What you say, out of pocket?
Yeah.
What do you think, Hayden?
I say out of pocket.
It's crazy.
The NFC is so weak, man. It's top heavy, but everything else is kind of
it is
crapshoot.
You got any more? We got another break, right? That we have to do.
Yeah, we got about 3 minutes.
All right. You got any more there?
I got a couple more on my list.
All right.
Here's a fun one. Mahomes will have 4 different 800-yard receivers.
4 different. All right. I hope it's not Travis. Hold on. Let me look at this. 4 different 800-yard receivers? Get me off of Sky Moore. 0 catches. Rashee Rice, 800 yards, but y'all think he's going to get suspended. But Rashee Rice, 800 yards.
Rashee Rice can get 800 yards with a suspension. He was on pace for 1,600 last year before he got hurt.
He was looking nasty. So Rashee Rice, 800. Xavier Worthy, 800. Hollywood, if he's healthy, but it didn't click when he came back last year.
Yeah, but he was gone for the whole season.
Most of the season, yeah. 800. Ooh, 4 is crazy. I say maybe 3. 4 would be crazy. We would need Jalen Royal to step up. We would need Travis Kelce to get 8. I'm out of pocket.
When's the last time he had less than 8?
Well, he's never been 35 before.
All right, you're out of pocket.
I'm out of pocket.
Can I get it one more time?
Mahomes will have 4 different 800-yard receivers. Tight ends count.
Yeah, no, it's hard to find 4. We don't have Jerick McKinnon.
I say Xavier and Rashee will. No, I'm out of the pocket.
Those
are the only 2 I can see going over.
Yeah. Juju, when he gets time, he don't make that face, man.
Man, Juju was not a part of this question when I wrote it. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, he wasn't even in your thought when
Juju, Sky Moore, Justin Ross will not combine for 300, dude.
Well, that's probably for Juju, though. He can have a game for 250. He did last year.
He had a game for 250 last year.
130, man. 250, 130, tomato. Yeah.
We're going to need the same line of injuries for Juju to have 800 yards. We had the injuries last year. How many yards did he have? How many yards did he have in the season last year?
They were saving him for the playoffs, man.
Man.
That's what they was doing.
I definitely wouldn't say he went over 5.
Yeah, I think he's under 5 for sure.
All right, fair enough.
I think it's going to happen. That's why I wrote the question. I wanted someone to roll with me.
Hold on, you think what's going to happen?
I think he's going to have 4 different 800-yard receivers.
Who are they?
Rice, Hollywood, Xavier, and Trav.
Whoa. You think you're just going to hit that like that? Like, no injuries, no rest for Travis?
Obviously, staying healthy is contingent upon the success of it, of the hypothetical. But, yeah, I think if all those guys are healthy and you can actually just throw to the most open guy instead of having to scheme to a guy every play.
I guess that's what happened when they got rid of Tyreek. He just spread the ball around. I guess. But 800 yards is crazy. That means at least 2 is going to be 1,000 for the most part. Yeah. Trent McDuffie will be the best corner in the league this year. In the pocket or out of pocket?
By what metric?
PFF.
He's going to be PFF number 1?
Yes.
Out of pocket, he's going to spend more time in the slot this year.
Fair enough. What you think?
I wouldn't say by PFF because their grades are so.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah,
we gotta have
I'd
some
say for the
baseline.
eye test, yeah, you could argue it for sure. I'll go in the pocket.
All right. I hope he's like top 6, so we don't have to pay him like the number 1. Selfishly.
I wouldn't say he played like that last year. He did have a couple slip ups, but we know he was playing outside. So yeah, I think he'll be back to his form this year.
George Karlaftis is a Chief for the next 4 years. I think he has 1 more year on his deal. He came in with McDuffie.
I'm out of the pocket.
You're out of pocket. Y'all be
Chiefs
fine
love
letting
think-
him
taking
leave.
D-linemen. They love drafting D-linemen.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I think
they'll
out of
be
pocket
ready to
too.
find a replacement.
All right. FAU is gonna reach his potential this year.
I wrote down Felix finally contributes.
So I see where you are with.
I mean, do we know what his potential is?
K-State. They loved him when they drafted him. Hometown draft pick.
I mean, he was a first-round pick, so I have to say that that's the expectation you're setting with that question, right?
Yeah.
I don't see him being that type of level, living up to first round expectations. So no, I'll go out of the pocket.
Man, he's had every opportunity to.
He did look good when he started getting into the end of last year, but out of pocket, I don't think he's gonna. I mean, he's got.
No, you're good.
He just got too many people to climb on that depth chart especially with, Charles being healthy. Hopefully, at the start of the year, you got Mike Dana and Charles.
But as far as physically gifted, he's probably one of our best physically gifted DNs. If he can put it all
he's a
together.
first-round pick.
Well, yeah. Well, like I remember his rookie training camp when they were talking about the struggles. It was a handsome reporter. His name was Covell, and he asked him, "So the struggles, is it more physical or mental?" And he said both. And he was honest. He gave a good answer. But I was like, "Oh lordy, I don't want to hear that from my DN." You know what I mean? My first round DN. So, yeah. Well, that is the it poops. Unless you got another one you want to get off your chest.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Caden, you got any more? All right. We will take another break, and we'll be back after this. I haven't. We are back in the pocket, Sports Radio 810 WHB. And yeah, we've discussed sports. We won't get into NBA. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the championship a few weeks ago. But let's ask this. I'm gonna ask you about some comedy. Do you have a worst gig, Dustin?
Worst gig?
What was your worst gig? Worst experience?
Worst experience. man, I've had a lot of wild ones.
You've had a lot of wild ones?
Worst experience. Yeah, I did a bar show like 2 hours outside of town, and just, I mean, they didn't laugh at anything.
Was it you or the crowd?
Well, you're never supposed to play in the crowd as a comedian, but they did not understand comedy, and yeah, it just wasn't a good mix.
Was it a college town? College
no,
show?
no, it was in the boondocks. So it was just out there, and yeah, we were just not vibing, and yeah, they ended up shorting me $150 on the pay they were supposed to give me, which was like, you know, a lot, especially when you're driving.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, so what am I gonna tell this bar in this country town, you guys owe me money?
Oh, you didn't put your foot down?
Oh,
you
no. I did not put my foot down.
And slam on the table?
I said, thank you. May I have another? I hit the road.
That's how it be sometimes. My worst stage performance, I was doing comedy for about 2 years, 2.5 years, and I got booked to do a fashion show. I was supposed to do 10 minutes in between the fashion show. And I said, hey, you should just put me at the end, because comedy's not really you know what I mean, to just hop in and,
yeah,
you know. But, and I was supposed to be modeling some shirts. I was supposed to go out there and walk. And then she said, do you want to perform before or after you walk? And I said, I definitely want to walk first. I definitely want to walk first, and then I'll perform.
You want to walk first?
Yeah, because, like, I wanted to walk first, because if it went bad and then I walked.
That means you believed more in your walk than your jokes.
I mean, I was 2 years in, man. I was overconfident. And you know, Ty, I told him about the gig. He said, you should go prepare to be clean. And I said, no. She said, she seen my act, and she said, no, it's cool. Do whatever you do. And I was still new. Still new.
You didn't know this is like a corporate setting. It's like,
yeah, well, it wasn't a corporate setting. So we got there, and it was at Stevens College in Columbia. Where was your show? The bad one. Lawrence. I want to say Lawrence.
No, it was in Missouri. I can't remember the name of the town right now off the top of my head.
Little crappy town.
Well, I wouldn't call it crappy, especially if I remember the name and say it. But I cannot remember the name of the town right now.
Well, but yeah, mine was in Columbia. It was Stevens College. It was in the auditorium. And she said she sold out the ticket. So I'm excited. You know, I'm like, damn, this is damn near a theater. You know, we get there, though, and there's a lot of kids running around when we get to the campus or whatever. And I'm like, I wonder what event's happening today where all these kids are here. And I saw, like, kids and grandparents. And we walk in there. We walk into the auditorium. And, you know, it was full of kids and grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was supposed to go perform, I was standing on the side of the stage, and the host, it was some dude from Atlanta. He was kind of quirky. For some reason, he reminded me of Tyler Perry. I don't know. But he was talking, and, you know, like, in the middle of him talking, he looked to the side and said, you the comedian? I said, yeah. He said, come on out here. I'm like, whoa. It's not how this works.
That was your intro?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that was
how he brought you on stage?
That's how he brought me on stage. So, you know, I walked next to him, and it's hard to figure out your posture or even figure out what to do with your hands. So I was standing there, and then he was like, and he read my bio as I stood next to him. And it was one of them corny ones, you know, doing comedy because he's tired of getting in trouble with HR. And so it was real awful or whatever. And then I thought he was done. I reached for the microphone, but he wasn't done talking. So he pulled it back. So I had to, like, reach, and then I, like, oh, okay. And then he said something else, and then he was like, let's see if he's funny, and gave me the microphone.
Brutal.
Brutal. And, you know, I was going to start with a joke about Asians, but there was kids and stuff all in there. So I'm like, I can't say anything that I was going to say. And then I said some joke. I was trying to do some joke, and there was a lady sitting in the front. I'll never forget it. She said, what'd she say? Bring him back out here. He was funny.
You said I'll never forget it, and then you said what'd she say?
Well, what I will never forget is her clothes, what she was wearing and her hair, because she was kind of like dusty, for lack of better words. And she said, you should let him come back on there because he was funny. And I was supposed to do 10 to 15 minutes. I did 4 minutes. And then I said, yeah, that's all I got. And then, you know, like, and I was looking for him. and he was sitting off to the side, and he was like, "You done?" And he said it like loud, and then I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "No, you all right?" I was like, "If you don't come get this microphone, man," and then he came and got the mic, and then I had to do the walk of shame. You know the walk of shame when you get off the stage.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's patting you on the back saying, "Man, no, it's all right, man. You did good. You did
tried.
good. Yeah, like, yeah." And it was so bad.
The worst is when they're like, "Ah, man, yeah, it's hard out there." You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know. I didn't
Yeah,
need
yeah,
you to
yeah.
tell me again.
Joey Crack, he was on the show. He was a comic from St. Louis, and he said, "You know, I should have warned you, man. I should have warned you, man." That's when you know things are just going pretty bad. And the lady that booked me, she came up to me. She said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was gonna be so many kids, and it's whatever." And she said, "I can pay you." And I said, "Don't worry about it."
Oh.
No, I was new, man. This was a whole new experience. And, like, yeah, I know now. Whatever happens,
You
give me
always
that
take the
money.
money.
Give me that money. So, like, yeah. And my girl at the time was there, and I told her aggressively, delete that video.
Oh, you definitely knew when you bring your girl to stuff like that.
Oh, man, it was,
Anytime my girlfriend asks, you want no, nah, you don't gotta go. You don't need to come to that.
man. And you know what? I guess there was people there recording on TikTok. And what was his name? George Kavosky. You know him? He's from Columbia. He was a comic he moved to Atlanta now. But he sent me a message like the next day. He said, "Hey, man, did you perform in Columbia this weekend?" And I spoke to him very aggressively. Mother blank, you knew I was in Columbia. You seen some videos. Don't, that was my worst. And you know what? I started doing crowd work after that. I started being prepared for everything after that.
I have there's one, it's not like my worst. I got paid well. It was just, I would say my most disappointing gig. I was opening for a band that I really like, a local band.
Those will go either way.
And yeah, but I'm opening, right? So it's just us two on the show. And then the week before the show, I get the flyer, and they've added another band to the show. So now it's band, then me, then band. And you don't want to be after a band.
You don't want to be after
going from
band.
music to comedy. It doesn't work.
It pisses people off for some
It does not
reason.
work. So the show starts, and they're like a mosh band. So people are like all up front moshing, like by the stage, jamming out, like, just losing their heads. And then the music finally ends, their set's over, and the guy in the back of the rooms is like, and next up to the stage, comedian Dustin Slintz. Like, that was like my full intro. They hadn't set up chairs because everybody's moshing, so there's no chairs set up. So everyone just instinctively backed out into the shadows because nobody wanted to be under the light with me.
Oh,
so
man.
I just did 25 minutes.
Was it silent?
Mostly silence.
It was close
in like
to
a
silent.
horseshoe, but I could like see like the people a little bit like on the fringes of the light, and everyone was smiling. And after the show, everyone came up and was like, "Man, that was so good. Your jokes are so funny." And I was like, "It would have been cool if you guys like let me know while I was up there."
Yeah, that's not how jokes work.
But
you
that's
don't tell
like
me after.
you can't follow a mosh pit band and
No.
then
Have you ever been to a black club, stop playing music, and then, hey, we're gonna tell some jokes? They get real angry about that. I said they. What do you mean? What do you mean by those people? So I believe our show is wrapping up. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I believe we're wrapping up. Dustin, where can people find you again?
follow me on Instagram. I put all my dates on there. Just Dustin Slintz, SLENTZ. Got a lot of shows coming up, so check me out.
It's a very funny guy. Very funny guy. And thank you, Caden Spruill, for stepping in for somebody stepping out. But I appreciate you. Follow me, Covell Hudson Comedy on YouTube, and Covell Hudson on X, Vel Hudson on Instagram. And that is it. We're out of here. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, man.